What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
I don't know why I'm clapping. Why don't you're probably asking yourself a question. Why isn't he not wearing a suit today? Because I fucking sold it to buy the dip. Welcome. Hold on, we'll be right back. Anyway, welcome back. I sold it. I sold the suits. I sold the suits to go ahead and buy the dip. Okay. I sold the suits to buy the dip. You know what? It's episode 662. Shout out to Midnight. Midnight is the sponsor. Midnight sponsors the show. We got a lot of things cooking, man. You also probably saw an announcement today. If you didn't, I'll go ahead and talk about it. I'll talk about it. Woo! All right. I'm trying to figure out what to say. Like, I really am trying to figure out what to say here to you guys. Because I think at this point you don't believe me. I've literally sold my suits. I don't have any suits left. Okay, I sold all of them. I bought the dip. Again, I bought the dip. Again. I knew this was coming, though. I felt it in my gut. Even though, like, a little bit of me was like, will it bounce at 69? I was like, I feel it in my fucking nutsack. So you got to kind of like look at it too. Somebody wrote me a funny message. I actually want to read it. I don't know if they're watching, but I actually want to read it. Where the fuck is it? I thought it was funny. Hold on, let me read this shit. Where is it? Oh, man, this shit got to download. Hold on 1 second. It was funny. It was fucking funny. I got to give it to them. It was fucking funny. Because 6767. What is it? 60? Whatever. Anyway, hold on. 6767. This is what the person wrote to me. I'm having a conversation with I'm having a lot of conversations with OGs and shit. And he wrote, I won't say his name, but he wrote, I think it's because I went to New York City again. He thinks he's, and maybe I shall blame him for everything that's happening. He goes, on the one hand, good price to get in. On the other hand, I'm already all in. So basically, that's how you can look at it, right? If you have bought the dip after dip after dip after dip, and now it keeps dipping, it's what Michael Saylor said today. Hold. Hold. That's it. You just gotta hold. You gotta hold. Nothing more you can do. Okay? Nothing more you can do than just fucking hold. By the way, let me just make a few announcements because announcements came out today. Not everybody that tunes into the show is on X, so let me go ahead and just clue you in here. I will be the new judge, or one of the new judges, on Killer Whales. That's right. That has been in the works for some time now, and we have officially announced it today. If you don't know what Killer Whales, if you've never watched Killer Whales, you've missed out. Killer Whales is, look, I think I'm gonna bring a really, you guys already know me, man. I have no filter, so I think you'll enjoy watching this show. I'm going to enjoy judging some of these projects that come onto the show and tell me how fantastic the L1s or L2s are. Okay? I can't wait. But seriously, I want to say thank you very much to the entire team over at Hello and Killer Whales for even thinking about having me on as a judge. As I stated again, been working on this for about, I guess, 3 to 4 months, and now we make the announcement. So shout out to them. Really, really good people. Really good people. So you have the Killer Whales TV version, and then you have the Killer Whales version where it's live in person. People, it's kind of like Shark Tank. If you ever watched Shark Tank, it's kind of similar. But I'm excited to be a part of it. I did absolutely 100%. I'm excited to be a part of it. I got somebody asking me right now, please tell me you didn't vote. You didn't vote, got Trump. Well, I don't even know what that means, but I think you're asking me if I voted for Trump, and absolutely 100% I voted for Trump. Now, I didn't vote for this kind of market, but I did vote for Trump. Anyway, guys, I don't know what this is, man. I found this stuff. I don't know what this is, man. This is all I got left. I bought the dip. This is all I got left. Legit, this is all I got left. I ain't got nothing. I got nothing else left. I got nothing left. I got nothing else left. That if it dips again, we're singing Kumbaya together, ladies and gentlemen. I can't do it anymore. Yeah, I knew that was going to come. No, seriously, this is all, I don't even, this is disgusting. Like this right here, like this is all I got left. I got enough left to get, like, I don't know, get some shit at Costco that can hopefully get me through the fucking month, and then you you fucking pray that your shit goes up again. It's gonna be okay. It's going to be okay. It's fine. Let me be serious, because I know there are people out there right now. You've tuned into my show to get some sort of, I don't know, some sort of comfort out of watching this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We never had an, I don't give a fuck. This is how I feel. I won't get off of it. We haven't had an alt season. The alt market has been in a bear market for fucking God knows how long. Probably since 2022. This shit's been absolutely trash. So we haven't had alt season. Institutional run on Bitcoin. What is it? The electricity for miners is somewhere in like the $55,000, $57,000 range, some shit like that. I don't know. Maybe 53. I don't know. I gotta go look back at my fucking. I gotta look back at my shit, my notes. But you'll be fine. You'll be fine. All you have to do is continue to hold. That's it. Continue to hold. Here's who's not, let me break this down in layman's terms. Here's who's not panicking. If you hold Bitcoin, if you hold Ethereum, if you hold Solana, if you hold XRP, if you hold legitimate, and some people might not think those things that I just named are legitimate, but if you're holding legitimate assets that have shown that they have good backing, institutions continue to talk about them, you're fine, right? You're not worried. You're not looking at your portfolios. You're not fucking scared to death. You're not shivering. If you're holding, and I feel like I've been saying this for like a few days now, like if you're holding dog shit, you're panicking. You're panicking because you feel like you've round tripped. Here's the problem, though. Here's the biggest problem. You can't exit out of your positions. No, I'm being serious. Like, you can't, like, I was talking to my friend about this today. The total market cap, what's the total market cap right now? Hold on. Let me break this down in a way. Let me break this down in a way where everybody will understand. So the total market cap is $2.29 trillion, okay? $2.29 trillion. Bitcoin's market cap is at 1.35. Hopefully you're writing this down. $2.29 trillion total market cap. Bitcoin's market cap is 1.35. So minus that out. Then add in Ethereum. Then add in all the stables. Add in BNB, XRP. Add in the top 10 on CoinMarketCap. You're not left with much. You're not left with much. Oh my God, I got reported again on TikTok. This is fucking so stupid, man. You fucking liberals, get the fuck out of here already. Go fucking play in the mud or in the go find a fucking sandbox. Anyway, so if you use math, which you hopefully learned in school, selling your altcoins right now, like, they're done. Meaning, like, there's nowhere to go for them. Like, they're 99% down. Everything else out of the top 10 on, let's say, CoinMarketCap, that shit is, like, done. I'm not saying it's not going to come back. What I'm saying is, what is it going to go down? What does it go? Another 1% and that's it. It's done. Like there's nothing. It'll go down 3 more cents. In terms of market cap, it's done. So a lot of people sitting there, oh, should I get out? Get out of what? What are you getting out of? I think that's a stupid move. I really think that's a dumbass move right now to just like fucking get out of something. Guys, do you notice on TikTok, by the way, as soon as the viewership starts going up, they start reporting me? Like these fucking blue hair freaks start reporting me with their septum nose rings, okay? Like they come in here and they start reporting your boy. But again, mathematically, if you look at everything, most of the market cap is in Bitcoin, and then Ethereum, and then XRP, and then that's it. Stables, nothing else. It's Dunsky. So if you just sit back and relax, wait for the market to come back. I'm serious. You just have to be patient enough to wait for the market to come back. And if you have money. So here's a scenario that I painted for you yesterday or for the last few days. You can't beg for, Bitcoin to retrace when it's at 127, and then when you get the retrace or the pullback or correction, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you can't then say, "Oh my God, it's over. I'm not touching it." You got to make up your mind whether or not you believe in the space or not. Seriously, I've seen so many things that have been posted. By the way, X is absolute trash. X or Twitter, let me just say Twitter because I can't say X no more. It's Twitter. Twitter is absolute trash. From the standpoint, when you read the shit on there, you got a lot of people just copy and pasting each other. And a lot of this shit doesn't even make sense. But a lot of takes are actually pretty good. There was a take where you see this shit hit in the 50s, you absolutely buy Bitcoin. Like you see this shit enter into the 50s. If we are blessed to go into the 50s, you absolutely do everything to buy it. By the way, I've been buying Bitcoin and Solana. I'm being really transparent with you guys. Those are the two things I've been attacking. Some people might be like, what the fuck are you talking about Solana? Yeah, I'm going after Solana. 100%. I've been absolutely taking money, and I'm not talking about $3, and I've been, today, another day, I went into Solana. And I can see myself going in again. By the way, there's an idiot in this room called CM. I don't give out advice. I'm Jewish. I don't give out advice for free. The fuck is this? What do you think this is, man? I'm Jewish. You call me Jewish and everything, and you think I'm gonna give out advice for free? Nah. You guys don't deserve free advice. Anyway, I'm just fucking around. But no, on that, but I'm not fucking around about this. And next, I'm gonna probably buy up Litecoin. Because I was staring at Litecoin today. I'm like, how can Litecoin be here? This is crazy that Litecoin has not solidified itself in the top 10. And it should be there. So there's a lot of things I've been looking at. And I have no problem playing in the meme economy. I have no problem playing in the meme economy. But first, I want to pick up as much of this stuff as possible. The good shit. I want to pick up as much of it as possible. I believe the real assets will make a comeback. I believe all season is going to be phenomenal. We never had one. This will be the first cycle where we don't see everything rolled together. I'm sorry. Look, and I know I got Landy somewhere creeping here. We're going to disagree on it, and that's fine. People disagreed with me when I said there was going to be a pause market. I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to say what I see from my angle. That's it. And we can agree to disagree. Not a shot at Landy. I'm just saying in general, I've been successful in this industry doing things my way. respectfully, that doesn't mean I don't listen to other people. Doesn't mean that I haven't tuned in to Landy's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday TA breakdown. Doesn't mean I won't listen. At the end of the day, you need to make your own decisions. Bottom line, you're making your own decisions. And I got to stick to the things that have worked for me my entire career. And that is, I'm more of a PA, FA guy. I'm looking in the streets. I'm listening to what's going out here. What's the talk? What are they talking about? And when I look at everything, when I look at the data, everything's oversold. Every fucking thing is oversold. Everything's oversold. Anybody who says otherwise is absolutely full of shit. Everything is oversold. That's one thing I've sat back at, because you're on. If you're a lot of you guys aren't on crypto Twitter. A lot of you guys have escaped crypto Twitter because it's so fucking negative and nasty, and I agree with you on that. But when you stop listening to Twitter and you go back to doing things that made you successful, which at some point, like a few months ago, I sat back. I'm like, I gotta go back to the things that made me absolutely stupid money. Like I need to go back to doing things that I know that made me money. You're always supposed to reinvent yourself, regardless of the industry that you're in. So if we speak about crypto, you're also supposed to consistently reinvent yourself, adjust with the times, 100%. But for me, I had to get back to a place where, bro, like you've been successful doing things a certain way. You've deviated. You need to come back. You got to come back home. And that's why, like, I don't go on spaces, respectfully. I don't go on these spaces. I'm focused on obviously building my brand. Brand is phenomenal. Brand is doing big things. A lot of things to go ahead and talk about this month and next month. Guests are coming on from TriFi, from crypto, sports. Great, everything. This right here, crypto is my love. Besides being a media personality, crypto is my fucking love. I love crypto. Love crypto. By the way, do I look handsome today? Do I look fucking gorgeous today? I do look gorgeous. I want to make sure. I want to make sure that I look. Shout out to. Look, I'm not wearing a suit because, again, like I said, a lot of people are DMing me or texting me. They're like, "Where's the suit?" I'm like, I sold it. I sold the suit. I'll buy one tomorrow, or I'll buy one when everything turns around. By the way, it is 12:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have tuned in to the Breakdown, episode 662, sponsored by Midnight. That's right, sponsored by Midnight. Check out Midnight. Okay, learn more about Midnight. If you love privacy, okay, which I don't know why I talk about it. We need to talk more about privacy. It's important. It's definitely an important part of this ecosystem. Go check it out. Go check it out. We'll talk more about it. We'll have Charles on. I told you. But they're doing the whole little tour. So not little, big tour. Sounding like Trump there. Big. Not little, big. At 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard at 1:45 Eastern Standard Time today, we will have Hanak on here. And obviously we have serious conversations on here. And I want to have a serious one with him. We'll talk about the crypto ecosystem with Hanak. Because he does live in the trenches. Hanak does live in the trenches. And there are questions that I have. He might want to plead the fifth. He might plead the fifth today on some of the things that I'll ask. But it's okay. It's things that I want to ask him. And knowing Hanak will probably go ahead and he'll answer them. I hope so. Right now, also at the same time, I'm thinking about the money that I just dropped in my office. I threw it up and it fell down, and now I'm thinking about how I'm going to pick it up. Literally thinking of how am I going to pick it up. All right, so what is happening? As of right now, the markets are vomiting. Okay? The markets are vomiting. And you can either say to yourself, this is an extremely wonderful opportunity for me to get in to assets that I never thought I would get into at a certain price, or you could just cry and bitch and moan and blame other people. That's really it. That's really it. My strategy, and I keep on telling everybody what my strategy is. Spot buy, DCA, hold, sell in the green, back to red, buy, rinse or repeat. That's it. Make it very simple for you. It's great when you see all these people trading, but you don't know how much money they're trading. It could be fucking $1 that they're trading. Perping with $1. I also believe that that the memes will come back also. That's right. Nobody wants to talk about that. I'll talk about it. I think the meme economy will come back. Dogecoin and Shiba Inu need to break their all-time high. They absolutely have to break their all-time high. And I think maybe moving forward, I think maybe a little, and this is not a shot at Solana. Think about this, because like what I say, right? I just told you I went ahead and bought Solana 3 days in a row, right? This can go against everything. I could be flooding my bags right now, but like Solana, I hope it does well. I hope it does well. But we need to get away from these tickers, right? We need to get away from these tickers. And I'm talking about the meme economy here. For all those boys and girls that are tuning in and you guys love these memes, get away from these tickers. Got to get back into the memes that actually mean something, that are backed by teams that are mean and ready to go through a wall. That's what we need to focus on. We need to go and make sure that Dogecoin and Shiba Inu break all-time high, so we can have that monster run. Because I said this a few days ago, and I've been saying it for weeks. We never had a meme run. We had memes that ran, but we never had a meme run. Just like we never had an altcoin run. Old season wasn't here. Meme season wasn't here. It's been 5 years. 4 years, whatever. It's been 3 to 4 years. Now you'll have people that'll say, hold on, I made money on memes. You're missing my whole point. Things ran up. Things ran up, but nothing made all-time highs. Forget about meme economy. Nothing in the meme economy made all-time highs. 7, 8 altcoins made all-time highs. Barely made all-time highs. 7 and 8. Chainlink, nothing. And Chainlink is literally sleeping in the White House. No all-time high there. That's why when I look at the landscape, I look at it a little bit differently. And you know what? For anybody who says that I'm wrong, I'm making money, so I don't know how I'm wrong. You know what? I'll be wrong. as long as I make money. Simple, right? I don't chase extra millions. Like I'm not the guy that you should tune into where you're gonna see me chase an extra $1,000,000. I'm not that guy. I'm not chasing an extra million. I like sleeping. I like working out. I like having fun. I'm not staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning chasing an extra $1,000,000. That's not me. You can have fun with leverage and do that. Go ahead. I like my black hair and I like my hair. Like, I don't want to lose my hair. I like it. I'll be right. I know I'll be right when it comes to everything that I just stated. And I feel better about my own personal thesis when I speak to individuals that are now in these markets. And I tell them straight up, the Wall Street bros, like, I tell them, like, not really happy that you're out here officially. Not really happy with a Clarity Act that allows banks to have full control. And hopefully that doesn't pass. But a lot of these people that are obviously very talented and make money, they agree. The worst thing you can do is fucking read Twitter. I'm telling you, if you guys are reading Twitter, you are fucked. Like, you are absolutely gonna fuck yourself. You will be left broke. I 100% will put a bet on it that you will be left absolutely heartbroken by listening to the fucking dog shit on Twitter. People change their minds. Your experts are changing their minds every 6 minutes, depending on which way the price goes. I've read it. And it's very easy on Twitter because it's very toxic. People will remind motherfuckers what you said, and they retweet it. Ethereum acknowledges the mistake. Obviously, Vitalik has come out 2 days in a row tweeting that it's time to get rid of the L2s. Essentially, that's what he's saying. He wants to get rid of these L2s. There's no need for L1s. And I'm not going to bet against Vitalik. I would never bet against Vitalik. Here's the mistakes he made, which I believe these were mistakes. Going to proof of work. Going to proof of stake from proof of work. Being a champion for L2s. He made mistakes. He absolutely made mistakes. But he can correct them. He's smart enough to correct them. He's surrounded by a lot of smart individuals. He's smart enough to go ahead and adjust. And then, like I said yesterday, I wonder if Ethereum can go back to POW. By the way, as I said yesterday, if you didn't have these L2s all over the fucking place, if you didn't have all these L1s, Ethereum, forget about the L1s. If you didn't have all these L2s, Ethereum would be at $10,000 right now. Or it would have hit $10,000. Either or, it would have been there. By the way, speaking of alt season, you think... I want you to marinate this a bit. You think, whether you like Tom Lee a lot or not, you think Tom Lee is going to put that much money into Ethereum only to see it go to zero? Think about that. Think about what I just said. I think I'm going to bet on. Ugh, this is disgusting. I'm gonna vomit right now. I'm gonna vomit right now. I'm about to say I think I'm gonna bet on the institutional players out here. One thing I want, another thing that I wanted to say, which I forgot to go ahead and mention, something I had a conversation about was with everything that's happening in the market, they better watch out by not pushing Bitcoin down too hard. Because at some point, you're going to take away its soul. That cypherpunk era where I wish, I don't know who's tuning in who was a part of the cypherpunk era, but like, you remember those days, right? It's not. The last few years have not had any sort of taste of cypherpunk. Okay. So they better be careful by not taking out the spirit and the soul of this place. Because I can see this happening. For the people that were left here, for the retail air quote, for the retail that were left here, that were waiting, that have been buying the dip and all. If you take their hearts out, they will go invest into AI. Or they'll go into the stock market. They'll say, fuck this. I'll take money. I'm out of here. I'm going into real estate. Fully. Like I'm out of crypto. Now, who wins? Now, who wins if that happens? Hey, the banking system wins. Institutional players win. Tread carefully on that one. I was thinking about that. I'm like, you don't want, and it's our own people. By the way, this is our own people. And let me correct a lot of people on this too, because I see it a lot. Institutions are selling. No, they're not. Institutions aren't selling. They're the middleman. They're not selling. That's what I mean. Stop following dumbass people. You're following dumb people and you think that you think institutions are selling. They're not. Clients are selling. Most are holding, some are selling. They have to sell, they're the middlemen. That's reality. That's reality. That's not fantasy. That's not being made up. They're not selling. The clients sell. By the way, I'm a little bit under the weather, but I still managed to work out today. Today's a 2 a day for me. After a few conference calls after this. We'll also talk about politics yesterday. I went ape shit. Yesterday from a political standpoint because I had enough. Had enough of the bullshit. I really have had enough of the fucking bullshit that is consistently talked about in the United States of America. It's absolutely just like enough. Some of my favorite, I guess, I don't want to call anybody an expert because there are no experts within the crypto ecosystem. We're still way too young to have an expert. We have knowledgeable people in this space. I wouldn't label anybody an expert yet. But I don't know, when people say expert, CNBC, by the way, I was in CNBC yesterday. CNBC reached out, wanted to get my thoughts on shit. I went ahead and let them know. They called me an expert. I asked them not to. I'm not an expert. Never claimed to be one. I don't think there are any experts in this game right now. Shout out to CNBC. Shout out to CNBC. I got some more things cooking. You know what? I just don't like announcing them because I don't want any. I'm superstitious and I don't like people jinxing shit. I really don't. I really don't. Anyway, I'll be right back. We'll talk about this more. It's 12:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You've tuned in to The Breakdown, episode 662, sponsored by Midnight.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Welcome back. Welcome back. To The Breakdown, episode 662, sponsored by Midnight. By the way, today's announcement, I will be a judge on Killer Whales. That's right. Moving forward, I'll be a judge on Killer Whales, excuse me. Let me go ahead and show you, I guess, a clip of Killer Whales. Give me 1 second here. Go ahead and bring this up here for you guys. For those who don't know what Killer Whales, or I've never seen the TV, or never seen the show, I'll go ahead and put it up here for you. Hold on 1 second. Boom. Boom. Let's see. See, this is from 2 years ago. It's a trailer from 2 years ago. Trailer from 2 years. Fuck. Fuck it, we'll play something from 2 years. It's fine. It's fine. Go ahead and play this. Hold on 1 second. Let me pause this out. Like, all right, here it goes. This is Killer Whales. This is what I'll be on.
Budding crypto entrepreneurs from all over the world face off against the Killer Whale judges.
You put 10 million of your own money into this project. Are you crazy?
I'm kind of crazy. It's coming in the alimentary canal, and it's ending up as decentralized diarrhea.
They are the next Disney.
I'm a visionary, and I could tell he's a visionary.
So this is a major red flag for me.
You're entitled to your opinion, though.
You've saved users over $5 million.
Correct.
That's huge.
We want to reimagine water.
What is water? So what am I missing? Sell me on the story.
When you scan the can, that's where crypto and Web3 is unlocked.
I actually think they are onto something.
At stake is not only their personal reputations, but that of their whole project as the eyes of the world watch on.
I'm currently living in my sister's basement.
You're living in your sister's basement?
With my wife and my child.
And when Zillow adds this feature next week, what happens to you?
It's time to sink or swim.
You're in a pickle. I'm not sure how you're going to get out of it.
I'm going to give it a
Call me Michael fucking Phelps because it's a swim for me.
You're the best. That's the project.
If we fail, the world is fucked.
I don't think anyone gives a shit. I'm going to be sinking.
Okay. I'm back. There you go. So I am officially a judge on Killer Whale. Killer Whales. By the way, why is everybody like me in a t-shirt, man? The fuck is going on? You horny ass people, bro. Welcome to the breakdown. Anyway, if you're scared, you can stay here with me for the next hour. Obviously, the show runs from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, that's really my take on the market. You know, that is really my take on the market. The last thing I wanted to say about the market is if there's any sort of comfort that's coming from the way we are moving, right? It's the way that you could tell this is all being absolutely controlled in the way it's moving. This is not like the previous cycles. This is fully being. This is some really big people at work controlling the way we are moving towards the bottom. So that's one thing that you can look at and say, the way it's playing out, you can tell it's being absolutely controlled, which respect, I guess. I don't know. The way they're doing it is like, Brock, it's not like last cycle, the previous cycle. It's different. It's different in the way it's being pushed towards its goal, I guess. Pushed towards its goals. Like if you look at it, like if you've been in crypto for a while, you can tell like this, it feels a little bit different, right? Feels different. It does. The way it's being controlled. There is manipulation, 100%. Like nobody here, it's undeniable. Okay, it's undeniable. But the way they're holding it and they're bringing it down. Listen, anywhere in this area now, whether it's in the 50s or if it's in the 60s, in terms of Bitcoin. Look, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not going to say this is not financial advice because only a financial advisor would say it's not financial advice. When I look at this is, will we see this number again? And that's what you really have to look at. Forget about what I say. Forget about what the next person says. You got to look at this and say, will I ever see this kind of number again? And I'm talking specifically on Bitcoin. I can move on to others, but on Bitcoin, will I specifically see this number again? If you think that you won't, then you know what to do. If you think that we will see these numbers again in the future, same thing with Ethereum, same thing with Solana. Like people are asking me, well, like Dave, why are you out of all people so bullish on Solana? Because I think that normies are definitely going to buy Solana. Now, some people might say there's not a reason to buy Solana, right? I can just purchase stuff now with USDC or whatever it is. Like there could be many things that people can say, well, why do you need Solana? I can purchase memes using stables. And it's okay. I'm just saying in general, at the end of the day, people will exit into Solana. Like I just know the normie mindset, okay? And people will acquire Solana, people will trade Solana, and I believe Solana will go up. And I believe it goes higher than 300. So that's my bet. That's the bet that I'm placing. I can be absolutely dead on. I could be absolutely dead on. Or I could be absolutely fucking wrong. But it's my money and I get to do whatever the fuck I want to do with my money. And and that's why I go back to stop listening to people. It's your money and you need to figure out what the fuck you're going to do with your money and what the best position is. Your money, okay? It's not somebody else's money. It's your money. You need to figure out which position you're going to go ahead and place it in. What are you going to bet on? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Cardano. A lot of these things are really easy. It's not rocket science. Chainlink, all these, it's not, the macro is ahead of the price. I'm going to keep saying this. The macro itself is ahead of the price. So all you have to do right now, I really do feel like this is the easiest part of this entire cycle or era, whatever the fuck the new terminology is for whatever's happening now in the crypto ecosystem. This should be very, very easy to figure out for you when you're using your own money to, and you know what? Of course, using your own money will make you a little bit more aware, make you study a little bit more. Nobody likes to see red, okay? Nobody likes to see red. Nobody likes to see a red market, except for the people that have made money in red markets, okay? The only people that love a red market are wealthy people. You know what? Because that's where they make their money. Wealthy people, repeat after me, wealthy people make money from red markets. Wealthy people don't give a fuck about a green market. Wealthy people sell in green markets. You want to be a wealthy person. So if you want to be a wealthy person, you have to play in the red. I'm serious. Y'all got to play in the red. I forgot to put this shit on again. If I want to stay young, by the way, shout out to Brickle. Brickle should be a sponsor. Look at this. Fucking 4 days in a row. 4 days in a row, I'm already fucking. Who does this? Who does this on a top radio show, man? Just starts putting on product, male product, by the way. Who does this? Only me. Only me. Only I can go ahead and start doing some shit like this. There's a comment that these are the idiotic comments. I love. So I like to talk about. I like to analyze crypto. I like to talk about crypto. Because we're in the crypto ecosystem, you talk about crypto, you talk about the thing. Even if I have things that I know are going to make me money, sometimes I'm not in love with them, so I don't talk much about them. But there are things that I love, like let's say Bobo, right? Some jackass came in here, mentioned Bobo. And he says, bear market is here. Bobo sends his regards. Oh shit, never mind. I read that wrong. My bad, washed. But you have assholes that will go ahead and, oh, how's Bobo doing? Well, how's your shit doing? I don't see anybody really cleaning up here right now. How are you doing? I heard that you had the repo truck next outside your door. I can wait 8 years. How long can you wait? Let me look at the markets one more time. Let's look at the markets one more time. All right, so Bitcoin is at 66,200. Ethereum is $50 under 2 G's. BNB is at 653. XRP, guys, all you guys that are here, and you love XRP, well, it's at $1.24. What are you doing now? Solana's at $82. By the way, Solana hits $80. I'm in again. Solana hits $80. I'm in again. I see people. Oh, I'll only go into Solana if it's $30. What crack are you smoking? I'll only go into Solana if it hits $30. Good luck with that, champ. Good luck. Everybody with these fucking... I gotta tell you, this is why, like, there's a reason why this space is still not taken seriously. And people, you might throw jabs at me and say, oh, you might be one of the reasons. Okay, if that's how you feel, good. I can care less. But when I watch some of this shit that goes on, when I see people say, oh, Bitcoin's going back to $10,000, I understand why people don't take this space seriously. I can understand why institutions want regulations badly. When I watch videos on TikTok and I'm scrolling and I see people saying there's a chance that XRP goes to $30,000 right now with Bitcoin going backwards, I'm like, this is why people think that you are somebody who has a drug problem. I'm reading these things that you're writing. Bitcoin's going to $10,000. Where did you get this from? This is why I keep on. Today's segment is, this is why you don't listen to the internet, okay? Remember when the internet said that you could, what was it? You can get rid of COVID? And somebody's going to say that Trump said it, but it was something that came from the internet where it was like, if you drink bleach, you can go ahead and get rid of COVID. And then Trump tried to be funny with it too. This is why you don't listen to the internet. This dude in TikTok right now on the TikTok fucking channel, he said that's why we're not going to listen. Don't listen to me. I don't give a fuck. Which one is it? You got to make up your mind though. You say Jews make all the money, and then when a Jew's talking, you're like, we're not going to listen to you. So which one is it? Make up your mind. Are you going to listen to a Jew, or are you not going to listen to a Jew? Which one is it? Which way are we going here? The Jews run the world. The Jews run media. Jew this, Jew that. Diamond District, all this shit. Yo, and the minute a Jew starts talking about crypto, oh, I'm not going to listen to a Jew. No, I'm not going to listen to a Steen. I'm not going to listen to a Steen. You guys are so stupid. I gotta tell you, you honestly are so stupid. You really are stupid. And when I say you guys, I'm generalizing. I'm not saying you in particular, so don't get offended. But you know exactly who I'm talking about. These crackheads that are out here, they don't have even, I don't believe they have crypto. Like some of these people who talk about Bitcoin going down, like, do you see the excitement? Some of these people are so excited to see crypto go down. Okay, motherfucker, if you're so excited, are you buying? Are you buying crypto or no? Like, you're so excited, but like, are you going to buy? The answer is no, because you're broke. You're on SNAP benefits. I'm paying for your bills along with everybody else. There is no normal person who participates in any markets that would go out on social media and actually celebrate the market going in reverse. No normal person does that. I'm just telling you that right now. And no person who has skin in the game is absolutely excited when the market is going down. No, they're not. That means two things. One, mentally they're not there. And number two, they have absolutely no skin in the game. No skin in the game. You want to win? Here's how you win. Guys, I want you to take a notepad out right now. I want you to take out a pen and a notepad. If you don't have one, order it from fucking Uber Eats or Instacart. Okay? Instacart yourself a notepad since you won't walk to the store, and get yourself a pen. Write this shit down. Or some of you guys are still writing in crayons, so get your crayons out. And find the blank page in your coloring book. And start coloring this. Number one, you need to hit a single, okay? Stop going after home runs. Just because your friend told you he made $1 million in 3 days doesn't mean that's going to happen for you. Start simple. Get into assets that'll get you a 1 to 5x. That's it. That's your single. Get your singles in order, okay? Think baseball. If you've never watched baseball, then get familiar with it. You want to hit a single right now. So get yourself in positions where you can get back at least a 2 to 5x. People are like, oh, I can't go into Bitcoin because I'm only going to get a 1 to 2x. Good. It's better than getting 0. You've been getting 0 for 3 years. I think a 1 to 2x is better than 0. Okay? Get that. Look at Ethereum. If Ethereum is at 2 and I put money into Ethereum and it goes to, let's say, 6 or 7, that's a good... Okay, let me get that. XRP, it went into the 3s. Now it's at 120. Okay, maybe I should get... Start getting things that have gone through both a bear and a bull within the ecosystem. That's what you need to be focused on. Start looking at things that are oversold. Start looking at things that have been depressed for 3 to 4 years now that are absolutely working. So an example would be Chainlink, right? Chainlink is working with the government. Chainlink is working with banks. Chainlink is oversold and underpriced. If XRP goes up again, that means that Hedera, Algorand, XDC, XLM, all these things will start to rise as well. Go look at them. They're oversold. They've been hanging around the bottoms for a very long time. Maybe, just maybe, it's time to look there. This is what you need to be doing. Get some things that have gone through bear and bull markets. That's what you want to focus on because they have a better chance of winning than the dog shit that you're chasing. You buy these and I can name a lot more, right? Polygon. You don't have to like Polygon. But Polygon has proven that it can go through a bear and a bull. You add these things in, right? Some of them will do a 2x. Some of them do a 5x, 3x, 1x, whatever. But they're going to do an x. And when you calculate, when you mathematically take everything and you put it all together, the ROI is going to be there for you. So now you got your singles and doubles going, right? You bunt, single, double. There you go. You have it. And you can maybe borrow against these things because there's lending mechanisms for them. So you can borrow against them. So you're in a good position. Now you want to go hit a triple and a home run. Now you could take some shots. Now the memes, right? Because I already think Pepe solidified itself as a blue chip. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. We can name a few of them that are out here that are blue chips. But now you can take a shot on a lot of these things. You want to see if you can get your 1000x? Now you can start looking for the 1000x. Now you can play. Now you can go ahead and really go high risk, high reward kind of thing. Do you know why I know this wins? Because I do this. This is exactly what I do. I get everything in the mix. You mix it all in a jar. Okay, you mix it all in a jar. And then you allow it to perform. And you add into it when you need to add in. Okay, when you see an opportunity and you can add more, you add more. And that's it. That's all you got to do. It's not complicated. Here's the complicated part, though. To take profit. That's the complicated. It's, hey, buying the red, take your initials out along with some profit, scale out respectfully. That's the hardest part. Because greed comes into the picture. Because you think, oh, if I take it out right now, it could still go up. And that's how people round trip. That's how people fuck themselves. If you are already questioning, if you're about to take a screenshot of your portfolio, that is time for you to get the fuck out or scale out. Take profits, pay yourself. And as I said multiple times, even yesterday, if you want to play in this game or in the markets in general, do you have enough money if you're full time in this shit to pay your bills? Because if you don't, you need to keep your job at IHOP. And like I said, at IHOP, asking people whether they want regular or decaf, which is, there's nothing wrong with it. And I think minimum wage is pretty good out there. A lot of people make a lot of money in crypto or have made a lot of money in crypto and NFTs, whatever. The biggest fail that has happened is that people, they get the $1 million, they get $3 million, they get life-changing money, and then they don't pull out. They watch the money disappear right in front of their hands because they cannot pull the trigger. That's the problem. And that's been the biggest problem in this space. And that's the biggest problem in investing. You don't know when to pull out. Your greed kicks in. Because you've never seen this kind of money and the dopamine and the hopium, it kicks in. And you're like, no, this can go higher. Like, I know better. I know better, this will go higher. And that's where you fuck yourself. What's life-changing money for you is what you got to think. Like, what is life-changing money for you? Think about that. A lot of people have never made over 100 grand in their life. They got $1 million into their hands and they let it escape because of greed. You imagine if you would have pulled out half, you could have invested into other things, land, passive income, all this stuff you could have done. You go into all these, by the way, you go into all these assets, and I know maybe this is not the popular opinion on certain social media platforms, but you go into a lot of these things with the mindset of, once I'm up, I swap into Bitcoin or into stables. That's it. I'm swapping into stables. I'm swapping into Bitcoin. That is it. That's the game. If you were here early and you had the opportunity to get Bitcoin at 3 cents, 10 cents, $1, $8, you wouldn't be going into the other stuff. You'd be focused on, no matter your love for anything else in this space right now, if you had the chance to get into Bitcoin in this early infancy, you would have been throwing money at Bitcoin and collecting as much Bitcoin as possible. But being that you weren't here early to grab it at those prices, people go into altcoins to 50x to then grab up some Bitcoin. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. A lot of people have made a lot of money. And I know this year, a lot of people have placed their bets on the altcoin market. And that's why a lot of people are absolutely frustrated. You're watching me right now, and you know right now I'm telling you the truth, because you took all your money, you put it into the altcoins, you put it into meme coins. I don't know if meme coins can be whatever, alts and memes. You put it there, and it never took off. So now you're waiting. Now you're waiting. You're frustrated because all you've seen was a Bitcoin run. Where are we at right now? By the way, I forgot to mention this again. And I will get to it. My staff will as well. You can go to davidgokhshtein.com for all the latest information about what the brand's doing, what I'm doing. Merch store is being put up there as we speak. So if you guys want DG merchandise, we're going to have some cool shit out there. Partnerships. If you want to partner, you go right to the website, fill out the form, we'll get back to you. Also, the mentorship program, you can go on to the website, submit the form, and somebody will get back to you. So there you go. So when people say Bitcoin isn't important, just remember, without Bitcoin, the markets don't really move. And I'm talking about the altcoin market, anything like that. Right now, by the way, right now, the average crypto RSI is 29.6. We are extremely oversold. Solana is almost at $80, $81.90, almost at $80. I am waiting. This is a gift. This is a gift. That's the way I look at this right now. XRP $1.22. Like look at these prices, man. I feel like I'm a host on QVC. Look at these prices. Look at these discounts. Look at these bargains. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you not looking at these things right now? I almost feel like I can audition for QVC. We having a clearance. Everything must go. Everything must go. Okay. We have operators available. We have operators available. Everything must go. By the way, the last 7 days, I want to give you some numbers. I want to give you some numbers from the last 7 days. Bitcoin in the last 7 days is down 21.2%. Ethereum is down 30.3%. BNB is down 24.5%. XRP is down 31.7%. Solana is down almost 30% in the last 7 days. Tron, I don't know how this is even possible, but Tron is only down 5%, 5.25%. Dogecoin is down 21%. Bitcoin Cash is down 13.7%. Cardano is down 22.6%. Monero right now is down 28.5%. It's at 320. Monero at 320. Chainlink is down 24.1%. It is at $8.28. $8.28 for Chainlink. Let me say this again. Chainlink, who is literally tied to the hip with the government, who's working with Swift and others, $8.28. Stellar is at 15 cents, down 23%, excuse me. Litecoin is down 20%. It's at $52. Litecoin is at $52. That is a fucking steal. Sui is almost down 30%. 92 cents. It is at 92 cents. Are you following me here? You can make life-changing money right now. I'm looking at this. I'm like, Polkadot is at $1.29. Aave, oh my God, Aave, which is necessary for DeFi, it's at $110, down 20, almost 24%. I don't know what to tell you guys. I really don't know what to say. Algorand, 9 cents. You think it's, let me ask you a question. You think it's worth it to take a flyer on Algorand? 9 cents? A flyer. Midnight is at 4 cents. If you think privacy is not going to rule, you're crazy. Yes, the show is sponsored by Midnight, but I'm looking at Midnight and holy fuck. VeChain is like 0 cents. It's under a penny. VeChain is under a penny. Let me cue this in. Before we go to a commercial break, let me cue this in. I think this is necessary.
It's too much, and I'll say, no, it isn't. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please.
Mr. President. Mr. President. I'm so tired of winning. I am really so tired of winning. Mr. President, I can't express enough how tired of winning I am. I'm so tired of winning. I'm so tired of winning. I am so tired of winning, man. I am so fucking tired of winning. I'm so tired, President. President Trump, I am so tired of winning. So tired of winning. I don't even know what to say. Anyway, we'll be right back. What's interesting is the uneducated MAGA thinking they are smart. You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting? Every single liberal that comes into my fucking show can't speak English. And their grammar is awful. And then they want to say things like, what's interesting is the uneducated MAGA thinking they are right, which are run-on sentence, bro. Go pierce your fucking nose or some shit. Let's play it one more time, my homie over here. My homeboy, Donald Trump.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much.
Welcome to The Breakdown, episode 662. If I had a graphic, if I had that graphic for that meme, you know that everything is fine meme, I would have like the flames here. And I'd literally say, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's absolutely fine. By the way, this is one thing I do want to say because I don't hear anybody talking about it. There are a lot of people, and if you see this, my audience, please, if you see this out there, if you see people talking about taking their lives and stuff like that, whether they're joking or not, make sure to check in on them. Seriously. And anybody who thinks that, like, oh my God, it's over. Money comes and goes. You only get one life. So don't, if you need somebody to talk to, seek somebody out. Don't do anything stupid. Because I don't hear a lot of people talk about that. Because right now, 100%, there are people that have literally over leveraged themselves into the market and they're suffering. They're probably 100% suffering. There's no doubt about it to me. They're suffering. And you feel bad. You absolutely feel terrible. Especially if you're a human being, you feel terrible. So reach out. If you see it, right? If you see it, even in the comments, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Facebook, whatever it is, man, you see that kind of stuff, reach out to the person. Be a human being. Like, we lost that human touch because of this whole woke shit. But be a human being and reach out to a person. And men who are suffering out there, men, okay, I'm talking to you, men. You want to put on a brave face, but you're suffering inside, reach out to somebody. It's okay. Like, you're still a man. You're still a man. We're taught to grow, we're raised in a way in this society to where men can't speak about certain issues. You can. If you're feeling some sort of way, if you're having crazy thoughts, seek help. And there's nothing wrong with it. Mental health is a huge issue in the United States of America and globally. Let me not just leave it in the States. Globally, mental health is a huge issue. So seek help. Especially right now. If you're feeling any sort of way, seek out help. I'm serious. And if you see somebody out there suffering, don't troll them. Don't make fun of them. Because karma can make it to where that can be you one day. Anyway, we'll be right back. Right after this commercial break. Sponsored by Midnight.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Breakdown, episode 662, powered by Midnight. Shout out to Midnight. Care about privacy. Go look into Midnight. We'll have Charles on hopefully later this month or next month. We have a lineup, a great lineup, a lineup. We've had a great lineup, but we have a great lineup. We got institutional players coming on. So I'm gonna go back and forth with them on a few things. But today at 1:45, which is now 1:46, we are joined by a guy who I like him a lot. I do. I think he's misunderstood in this space, but at least he keeps it real and 100. I like when people just keep it 100. That's it. I like when people keep it 100. A lot of people want to, act a certain way, but at least he keeps it 100. Let's go ahead and bring him in. His name is Hanak. Hanak, put your shit in landscape mode. Come on, man. Come on. You're coming to one of the highest rated shows out here. You're in your goddamn car. What are you, sleeping in your car? What is happening, Hanak?
Yo, David.
What are you doing to me, man?
Listen, man. It's bad out there, David. It's bad. I had to go to the gym and get this working, which shout out to the gym, by the way, in my Bitcoin shirt on a day like today. But holy cannoli, David. How are you smiling? How are you happy, David?
I don't know. Maybe I'm numb to everything. I'm just fucking numb. Look, I see this as... I know this is said and regurgitated by a lot of people, but I really do see it as a buying opportunity. If you're scaling out, if you're taking profits when it's green and then when it goes red, you're buying and then again, rinse and repeat, then you're not nervous. But if you have a hard time taking profits when you're up, then, or if you're in shitty projects, you're absolutely panicking. I understand you're panicking. What are you personally seeing out there? You're mostly on Twitter. What are you seeing out there on Twitter?
I think I read the fear and greed index was like an 11 or like maybe, I don't know, somewhere around there. It is so bad. The last bears are capitulating. I mean, I was wrong. Like I'm forever a perma bull. I'm not a trader. I don't pretend to be some TA guy. I just believe in where crypto is headed long term, over the years, over the decades. And boy, it is so bad out there, David.
What are you getting? Like you're going into spaces. People are coming up. Are they nervous? Like what is the language that is being used out there?
Yeah, it's bad. I would call it terror. I wouldn't even call it fear anymore. So like at first, right, we had 128K Bitcoin. And we started that decline last October, right? And from October until about last week, many bulls, including myself, were still hanging on to like hope that, oh, it's about to reverse instantly. It's going to be nuts. And I really believe once we broke 80, because we hit 80 November 21st, right? And I thought, okay, maybe this is it. And then we started reversing, climbed all the way back up to 97. It felt amazing. And then we went from 97 to like 79 last Saturday. And oh man, when we broke 80, that really hurt. And it was like, oh no, we are in a bear. You were wrong the whole time. Now, I'm a long-term kind of guy. Like I believe in Bitcoin. I got my Bitcoin shirt on here. I wear it every single day. I have like 70 of these lined up, ready to go in my closet, all shapes, sizes, and colors. So I'm a long-term believer, right? And so it doesn't matter for guys like me because we're never going to sell. We're just going to borrow against the asset over the next 100 years. But for short-term traders, this hurts. It's really bad out there. The sentiment is abysmal. People, the last bulls are losing hope. I'm not going to say it's capitulation time, but it smells an awful I'll say this. It seems like we are a lot closer to the end than the beginning. And for those reasons, I'm excited, but it's really, really bad. I'm hearing people say things like, I'm done with crypto. I quit. It's over. This industry is cooked. It's always manipulated. There is no hope. I don't know why I bother. It's depression out there.
Do you think that a lot of these KOLs, I don't even want to call them KOLs, but being that that title has been bestowed upon them, do you think a lot of these KOLs, air quote, and influencers have done a lot of damage to this space?
I think pretending to be something that you're not while simultaneously carrying a platform is extremely detrimental and has hurt a lot of people. So there are guys that literally come on the app and say things like, I'm a great trader. I know TA. I understand all the details and the fundamentals of crypto. I've been here for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, whatever their resume is. I'm always right, right? So many people come here and pretend to be something that they're not. And then they speak with such bravado. They speak with such authority. And people who are out there looking for someone to show them the way, whether that's right or good or bad, whatever, there are many people out there that are looking for someone to show them the way. They hear these people talk and then they believe and deploy capital accordingly. And then they get annihilated, right? Like, I know for me, I've always made it clear, I'm not a trader. I have a big following, and I think I have a big following because I'm honest about it. Like, I'm not a good trader. I don't trade. I'm not a TA guy. I'm just here for the vibes. I'm here for memes. I have business inside of crypto, and I love Bitcoin. That's me. I study the business of crypto, Michael Saylor, the treasury strategy, things like that. I'm really bullish long term. I always talk about, Bitcoin breaking into the tens of millions in valuation in terms of per coin in the decades to come. So I think for me and my audience, like, I've been clear that I'm not some guru necessarily at the time. But I think there are a lot of people that come on the app and really like they're something that they're not. And that's a problem in this space. And therefore people get hurt and are really, really upset right now.
When you say you don't trade, how do you get by in this space then?
Okay, so I'm not a good trader. I'm a bad trader. So I do trade. I'm just really bad at it. Right? So like I'll buy the top, I'll sell the bottom. I'm just not a good trader. I love the business of crypto, right? So like, this is what a lot of people don't understand. There's a whole business side of this. Behind every single cryptocurrency, especially the major ones, there's usually a team behind it, right? Founders, and these people have needs: sales, marketing, branding, social media, HR. And every single one of these businesses have people that service the needs of that business. So I love that side of it because it's revenue. I love that side of it because it's business building. I like partnering with existing businesses and helping them grow. So in my case, like, social media is my thing. And I help, projects, I help businesses inside of crypto with social media strategy, things like that. And then of course I'm an investor as well. Like, I deploy capital, and sometimes, I make some money. Many times I don't. But that's how I've gotten by in crypto. It's been an unbelievable, great ride and a great career. But no, I don't pretend to be a good trader by any means.
Going into the meme economy for a second, do you think there's going to be one where I want you to take a minute and think about it. Do you think that the meme economy is cooked for good, or do you think it makes a tremendous comeback? Now, before you go ahead and give your take, I've said this multiple times now. Dogecoin never hit its all-time high or broke its all-time high. Shiba Inu never broke its all-time high. Everything else, I don't believe we had a meme season, though people will say, what do you mean? Well, here's what I mean. One or two things ran simultaneously at the same time, whatever. But that's it. You didn't really have things breaking all-time highs. To me, for the meme economy to go parabolic, you would have to see Dogecoin and Shiba Inu break their all-time high, because then they would carry everybody else. And then if you want to talk about who's going to be number one, whether it's going to be Pepe or whatever it is, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu didn't do anything. Nothing. So did we really have a meme season? And then again, to the question that I did pose, are the memes cooked? Are the memes cooked? And does it have to do with what's going on via Pump Fund or these launch pads? Not even just Pump Fund, but the launch pads that came out where you didn't need to know code at all. You didn't need to know Solidity. You could just push out a contract. And now, on top of that, you're rewarded for pushing out contracts by getting creator fees. So I know that's a long-winded 3 or 4 part question, but I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Short term, memes are cooked. Long terms, memes will never die as an economy. So a lot of people don't like when I say this, but it's the truth. And I said it all last year and they hated when I said it. 99% of the performance and the success of a meme coin is predicated upon the market conditions in which it's launched in. Right? It's not the meme, it's not the ticker, it's not the lore, it's not the narrative. And I know everyone wants to like make it about the meme, the lore, the narrative, all that other stuff. It's 99% is the market going up or is the market going down? We've been directionally down in alts and memes since Q4 2024. And until that reverses, memes are not going to go anywhere meaningfully. Yes, you'll see pumps here and there. Yes, you'll see a runner here and there because the demand on meme coins is so strong that even in the middle of Armageddon, you're going to have these little, outliers here and there. But generally speaking, memes are not going anywhere until the overall market turns around. And this is why I love your content, right? Getting around you, whether it's in spaces, private conversations, watching your show here daily on X and all other platforms, is you bring on people who actually understand the dynamics of the market as a whole, not just isolated to one chart. And we get to eat off the fruit of that tree. We really appreciate you for doing that, man. And I know that's something that I learned, over the last couple of years, like spending time with you and others. That's a huge thing that I've learned. And so, yeah, until this market turns around as a whole, memes are not going to go anywhere meaningful, in my opinion.
The memes that did run and have now retraced, will they ever make a comeback? Or are they cooked? So I'm not talking about zombie tickers. I'm not talking about the one-offs. I'm talking about the ones that actually put money into marketing. The ones that actually have a team working behind the scenes trying to go ahead and develop their token. Are those cooked, or are they going to go ahead and make a comeback? And give me some that you have on your mind that might go ahead and prove you right on your thesis.
A few of them will, most of them will not. So I love what I'm seeing from Rage. 30 people in their Telegram this morning in VC. Today, on a day like today, in the middle of Armageddon. That is insane. I love what I'm seeing from the Bobo community every single day. I love what I'm seeing from Troll. I love what I'm seeing from the Pepe community. They're still here pushing. So I think there are, Brett, of course, Brett, same thing. So I think there are a few blue chip communities and a few blue chip projects that are going to stand the test of time on the other side of this bear market. But generally speaking, and for the most part, most coins, most communities, most cults are at zero or on their way to zero and very close to it.
If you had to pick 5 that you would put money into right now from the meme side, give me 5. Give me 5,
So-
and really think this out. Give me 5, because
Yeah.
people are watching you on TikTok, Twitter. There are a lot of people watching. Which 5 would
Well-
you go with?
Yeah, I have my personal list. If you want to be safe, just go with the top 5 meme coins on Earth. If you go pull up like CoinMarketCap, Doge, SHIB, all that, they're going to move in conjunction with the market. My top 5, Pepe's going to go first. Pepe has to go. Pepe must go up. The memes are going nowhere unless Pepe goes up. Pepe, Brett, Rage, Bobo. What am I going to pick for number 5? What am I going to pick? Who have I said? Troll. Those are my 5.
You've gone old school. You love Brett. I
love Brett.
You are constantly out there on the timeline, and that's Brett on base. You're constantly out there on the timeline, yelling and screaming billions upon billions upon billions. You are missing generational wealth. I can read some of your crazy ass tweets, but specifically, you are. By the way, ladies and gentlemen who are tuning in, this man went ahead and made a tweet 2 or 3 days ago saying that Rage will flip Bitcoin. And I lost. But about Brett, before you go, about Brett, what is it about Brett that makes you believe that it goes and surpasses its previous all-time high, which was, I think, what, 2.4 billion or something like that, 2.3, somewhere in that range? Why do you think Brett is going to do better than those numbers?
I love the people that are connected to the project. Really good people, really life-giving community. It stood the test of time post-launch, and that market cap is still absurdly high compared to the rest of the meme economy. Most projects and memes, they go sub 1 mil, sub 100K after going through the Armageddon that Brett has gone to, right? And also it hit heights that no other very, 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 very few projects, like 10 projects, have ever hit in the history of meme coins, ever. And so for those reasons, I'm really bullish on it. When the market moves up, Brett moves. When the market goes down, it follows. So like that's a mark of a blue chip. I look for projects that move in conjunction with the market, and that's a great sign that it's an actual blue chip. Pepe is one of them, of course. Doge, SHIB. So yeah, bro, I really love what I'm seeing from Brett long term.
Last question before I let you go. It just popped up in my head. People who are in memes right now, if you were, and it's not financial advice, but people who got themselves into memes, they're obviously down. And you can name the Pepes, and I'm talking about those memes. I'm not talking about the zombie tickers. They're down right now. What would your advice be to them? Hold or cut your losses?
I can't speak to what to do with your bag, but what
would you do?
I mean, I'm in a different position than most people in life. I'm holding. Like, I'm in a place where I can do that. But I'm not going to tell someone who needs the money or who's in trouble or whatever. If they need to do what they need to do for their family, whatever, no problem. What I would say really important, though, is study. Figure out where you got it right. Figure out where you got it wrong. Study the overall market. What moves Bitcoin? What moves markets? Right? Because your memes are going to be determined by the quality of the market. So it's important for you to have an understanding of when that market is going to start to move. And so that's a really great way to allocate your time if you're in memes. I'm not chasing tickers. I'm not buying new launches. Anyone launching in this climate is simply looking to extract. No one who's serious is really launching in this climate. And it's been that way for 14 months. That's just my opinion. That's how I choose to roll.
Hanak, I appreciate you coming on. I'm very specific with the people that I want to bring on the show. I wanted to get the pulse from you because you're out there, you're trenching, and you work behind the scenes with a lot of these people, and you know what time it is. I don't. I don't. In terms of, I can understand. I'm not in the trench, okay? I'm not in the tier 7 chats or tier 1s, 3s, and 4s, okay? You're there, and this gives people a better overview, especially the ones in crypto, of, oh, maybe I know what the fuck to do now, kind of thing. Not financial advice, but kind of gives them some sort of light here, or shed some light on this industry. I appreciate you, man. I'm glad somebody in the chat said, and this came from Jules. He said that he is so happy that Rage was able to buy you a Tesla. I don't know what that means, okay? But shout out to you, I guess.
I got my Tesla long before Rage ever launched. But no, I really appreciate you. Thank you for doing great work. Getting people on to talk about the markets, giving people some sense of direction of where things are, or maybe even where they've been, or who knows where it could go from here. Appreciate you and your content. You're always doing great quality work. I'm personally buying. I love the blue chips down here. I cannot believe Bitcoin is in the 60s. That is a miracle. ETH under 2K, Sol under $100, BNB where it's at, Pepe, Brett. Like, I can't believe these price points. And I believe that if you have a long-term perspective on blue chip assets, it's going to be a lot harder to fail buying at these lows. We'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. Hanak, thank you very much for joining me. Shout out to you. Bring you on next time. That was Hanak, ladies and gentlemen. I put his handle out there, so if you guys want to go and check out him and his content, go ahead and do your thing. We'll be right back after this commercial break for midnight.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Of course, I'm fucking muted as I'm giving I am giving a monumental speech and I'm fucking muted. Of course I'm muted. Why wouldn't I be muted when I'm giving a goddamn monumental speech? What I said was, shout out to Hanaki, joined us at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like. Of course, you can replay the show. I see a lot of people are tuning in right now. The numbers are going up. Probably due to the fact that you guys are absolutely concerned with the market conditions and where are we going. I've already made my statement. I really do believe we are coming out of a bear 100%. We've been in a bear. A lot of us, I think, and we can hopefully, a lot of people are okay to admit it. You read the markets wrong, and that's okay. You're not going to tell me we had a cycle here where the altcoins didn't do anything. You're not going to tell me that, and you're not going to sell me on that. That's absolute bullshit. Nothing happened here. We are absolutely oversold everywhere. Bitcoin's oversold. Altcoins are oversold. Meme coins are oversold. Everything is oversold. Everything. Every single thing is oversold. All the indicators are pointing oversold. So yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I don't give a fuck about anybody's takes. I'm looking at numbers because numbers don't lie, people do, right? At some point, I said this before, I said this halfway through the show. If there's one thing you can look at right now, it's the way that when we were going backwards in previous cycles, and I hate using cycle for this current situation, but it is what it is. I'll just use the word cycle, even though I despise it. In previous cycles, when we were going backwards, things were exploding. Things were absolutely caving in. Voyager, Celsius, like I can name all the FTX, Luna, like we can name these things. Things were happening. The battle between Binance and FTX, all these things were happening. All these things were happening. While the markets were going backwards, all these explosions were happening. Crypto was literally eating itself. It was exploding. Now, there's nothing. Nobody's insolvent. All the news that's coming out is pro-crypto. Countries adopting crypto, passing bills to adopt crypto, to use stable coins, building rails. The macro is ahead of the price. And I think the frustration is everybody looked at, oh, look at gold, look at silver, look at the stocks, look at equities. It's all moving. Why isn't Bitcoin, why isn't the market, the entire market moving? And that's fucking everybody up. But can we all just sit back and just for a second say nothing really ran except for Bitcoin? That's it. You had 7 to 8 altcoins that did something, but for the most part, nothing really ran together. There wasn't this feeling. I know these feelings from all these cycles. There was this feeling you knew, like when you were in the midst of a bull run, you felt it. You felt the energy. People were going out to Times Square, taking pictures. People with content creation was absolutely at an all-time high when there weren't even as many platforms or the availability to go ahead and create these type of content that you see today. Now you have, and you have all these platforms now. You have the ability to go out there and create these content. This content, it's not being created yet. We're not in that hype cycle. We're not. Even when Bitcoin was going up, I felt nothing. I'm telling you right now, when Bitcoin was going up, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel excited at all. I'm being dead serious, man. What was I happy? Yes. The excitement, that thrill, it was missing. It was missing, and it was missing not just for me, but for a lot of people, it was missing. That's why I keep on saying, like, we haven't had anything. We really haven't had a run. That's why when people say, like, we've had a run, no. And if we're using the same metrics to go ahead and look at this current setup, comparing them to the I think that's crazy. How can you compare this to that? They're absolutely two different things now. What I mean by that is maybe we only have bear markets for 4 or 5 months, not fucking 2-3 years. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys, like, it goes over your head when I go ahead and speak, but I try to make it, I really try to dumb down the vocabulary for everybody, because I know my audience, the average education level here is fucking 4th grade. I'm trying. Anyway. I'll give you one more update on the markets, and then it is 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here's an update on the market. 66,155 Bitcoin, 1933 on Ethereum, BNB at 648. We got XRP at $1.24. We got Solana at 82.46. If it goes to 80 or under, I'm buying Solana. I'm very bullish on Solana because I feel like normies are going to come in there. The meme economy is still going to thrive. Yes, the meme economy is going to thrive. That means Solana is going to thrive. Tron at 27 cents. Dogecoin is at 9 cents. And you have Bitcoin Cash at the number 10 spot at 477. You got Cardano at 25 cents. Look, there's a lot going here for everybody. If you guys feel like you've missed opportunities, here you go. All I can say is, here you go. I've already talked about Algorand. I've talked about XDC. I talked about XRP. I talked about Stellar. I talked about Hedera. I talked about everything today. So if you missed it, replay the show. Guys, take advantage of this. That's it. Don't listen to people. Here's what you can do. You can tune into shows like this. Obviously, value proposition, shows like this. But you can tune into all these spaces. You can go look at other lives and take a notepad, write shit down, and then at the end of the day, look all this stuff over. Okay? Just look it all over. And then figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to The Breakdown. Episode 662. We will be back tomorrow. It is Friday. We have some guests coming on tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. Guys, don't be nervous. You know what? Maybe we send tomorrow. Maybe we have a good day tomorrow. Regardless, this is a great opportunity. Go, go, go. Make sure you take advantage of it. And on that note, I'm out.